You hit the goal, you got the promotion, the income, the house, the relationship everyone said you should want. On paper, you have done it. By every measure you were ever given, you are a success. And yet, there is something inside you that still feels hollow, a quiet emptiness you cannot quite explain and definitely cannot say out loud. Because how do you tell anyone that you got everything you work for and it did not fill you the way you were promised it would? There is a gap between what your life looks like on the outside and how you actually feel on the inside and in the quiet moments. When the achievement fades and the noise dies down, that gap is the loudest thing in the room. If that is you, I need you to hear something right at the start of this video. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not ungrateful. You are not broken. You have simply discovered the secret that almost no high achiever will admit, that you can succeed at everything and still feel like you are starving. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly why this happens, why the emptiness has nothing to do with how much you have achieved, and how to finally close the gap, not by achieving more, but by coming home to yourself. So let's get into it. Let me name the thing first, because naming it is where the healing starts. There is a particular kind of pain that only successful people know. And because they are successful, they feel they have no right to it. So they never speak about it. It is the pain of standing at the top of the mountain you spent years climbing, looking around and feeling almost nothing. It is the strange grief of getting the thing and then quietly wondering, is this it? It is lying awake next to a life that looks enviable from the outside and feeling profoundly alone inside it. And here is why it is so disorienting. Every message you were ever given told you that the feeling would come with the achievement. Get the grades and you will feel proud. Get the job and you will feel secure. Get the money, the partner, the house, the recognition, and you will finally feel like enough. So you did it. And the feeling did not come, or it came for an afternoon, and then it evaporated, and you were left exactly where you started, except now you are confused because you did everything right and it still did not work. I want you to know that I have sat in that exact place. I have had the things that were supposed to mean I had made it, and felt the hollowness underneath them. So I am not teaching you this from a book. I am teaching you from the inside. And what I found there is what I want to give you today. So here is the reason. And it is going to sting a little, but stay with me because this is the door out. Most high achievers are not actually chasing success. They are running from unworthiness. Let me say that again. The drive that built your whole life, the relentless pushing, the never quite satisfied striving, the goal after goal after goal. For most people, it was never powered by inspiration. It was powered by a wound. Underneath all of it was a quiet, often unconscious belief. I am not enough as I am. But if I achieve this, if I get that, then I finally will be. And do you see the trap inside that? If your achievement is fueled by, I'll be enough when, then the moment you arrive, one of two things happens. Either you do not feel enough because the achievement was never going to fix a worthiness wound. It was only ever going to mask it, or you feel it for a moment and then the goalpost moves. And because that is what the unworthy self does, it immediately needs the next thing, a bigger number, a higher title, the next mountain, anything to keep outrunning the feeling you were trying to escape in the first place. This is why the emptiness does not go away, no matter how much you achieve. You cannot fill an inside problem with an outside solution. You cannot achieve your way out of not feeling enough, because the achievement and the not enough are running on two completely different levels. One is out there, the wound is in here. and you have been pouring all your effort out there, while the thing that actually aches has been in here the whole time, waiting. So let me take you deeper into what I believe is the real root of all of this. And this is something I teach extensively in my work on self-love, because it changes everything once you understand it. There are two completely different ways to relate to love. There is doing love, and there is being love. Almost all of us were raised in doing love. We learned very early that love is something you earn. Be good and you will be loved. Achieve and you will be approved of. Perform, behave, succeed, please, and you will be worthy of affection. Love was the prize at the end of doing it right. So we became experts at doing. We learned to earn our worth through our output. We tied our value to our performance, and we carried that straight into adulthood, into our careers, our relationships, our entire sense of self. We became human doings instead of human beings, always performing for a love and an approval that, no matter how much we achieved, never quite filled us up. Because earned love always has a condition attached, and a conditional love can never fully land. There is always the quiet fear underneath. If I stop performing, will I still be loved? If I stop achieving, am I still worth anything? Being love is something else entirely. Being love is the recognition that your worth was never something to earn in the first place, that you were worthy before you achieved a single thing, that you do not have to chase yourself through endless self-improvement to finally deserve your own acceptance. You can simply stop and receive yourself exactly as you are right now. Self-love does not begin when you finally become impressive enough to approve of. Self-love begins the moment you stop chasing yourself through improvement and start receiving yourself through presence. When you can sit with yourself, achievement or no achievement, and feel, I am enough here, as I am today. That is the shift from doing to being, and it is the only thing that ever actually closes the gap. Now I want to give you the reframe that changes how you will chase everything from here on. You have been treating fulfillment as an outcome, as a destination, as something that lives in the future, on the other side of the next achievement. I'll be fulfilled when, I'll be happy when, I'll finally relax when. But fulfillment is not an outcome. Fulfillment is a state of being. It is not waiting for you at the finish line. It is available to you right now in this present moment as a frequency you choose to live from. Or it will not be available to you at the finish line either, because here is the law, and I taught this in my last video. Your inner state is the cause, and your outer life is the effect. So if you are living from a state of lack, from I am not yet enough, I do not yet have enough, then you will keep on creating a life that matches that lack, no matter how much you pile on top of it. The achiever's whole strategy is, I will do, in order to have, in order to finally be, do the work, have the success, then become fulfilled. But that order is backwards, and that is why it never arrives. The real order is the reverse. You be it first. You choose the state of fulfillment, of wholeness, of enoughness, now, from the inside, and then your doing comes from that fullness instead of from the wound, and then the having follows as a reflection. So the question stops being, what do I need to achieve to finally feel whole? And it becomes, what if I am already whole and I create from here? Not, I'll be happy when, but I am creating from wholeness now. That is not a small change. That is the entire game. So let me give you something you can actually do. today to start living from fullness instead of lack. And it is so simple that the achiever in you will want to dismiss it. Please don't, because this is one of the most powerful frequency shifts there is. It is gratitude, but not the rushed tick box. I'm grateful for my health and my coffee kind. I mean real, felt gratitude. Here is why it works. Lack and gratitude cannot occupy the same space. Lack says, I don't have. Gratitude says, I already have. They are two completely different frequencies, and you cannot broadcast both at once. So the moment you genuinely drop into gratitude, you have moved yourself off the frequency of lack, the exact frequency that has been keeping you empty, and onto the frequency of having, the frequency of I already am, I already have, it is already here. And gratitude does something else. It takes you out of your head and drops you into your heart. And your heart, as I always tell you, is the most powerful transmitter you have. The achiever lives in the head, calculating, striving, measuring the gap. But fulfillment was never going to be found in the head. It lives in the heart. And gratitude is the fastest road home to it. So here is your practice. 2 minutes every single day, ideally first thing in the morning. Sit quietly, place a hand on your heart, and bring to mind 5 things you are genuinely grateful for. Not as a list you race through, but one at a time, slowly, letting yourself actually feel each one. Not as you wish your life were, as it already is. The people who love you, the body that has carried you this far, this moment, this breath, the very fact that you are here, alive, with the power to choose. And as you feel each one, you will notice something. The gap starts to close, the hollowness softens, because for those 2 minutes, you are not chasing a single thing. You are simply receiving the life you already have. And from that place, the place of I already have, more of what you want can finally come to you. Because to those who have and who know they have, more is always given. So here is what I want you to take away from today. You were never empty because you had not achieved enough. You were empty because you were looking for a feeling in a place it was never going to be found. You were trying to fill an inner space with outer things, and it will never ever work. Not because you are doing it wrong, but because that is not where fulfillment lives. Success without alignment is just an expensive distraction. You can build the most impressive life in the world, and if you have not come home to yourself on the inside, it will feel like a beautiful house that nobody lives in. So I am not going to tell you to stop achieving. Achieve, build, create. Go after the big, beautiful life, please do. But do it from wholeness, not from the wound. Do it because you are already enough, not in a desperate attempt to finally become enough. Come home to yourself first. Choose fulfillment as a state of being now, and then let your achievements be the overflow of a full cup instead of a doomed attempt to fill an empty one. Because the thing you have been chasing out there was never out there. It was in here the whole time. The answer, as always, has been you. If this resonated with you today, do something for me. Send it to that one high achiever in your life, the one who looks like they have it all together, the one everyone admires, because they may be the exact person quietly carrying this emptiness and believing they are the only one. Let them know they are not. And subscribe if you haven't yet. We go deep here. This is not surface level content. This is the real inner work that changes lives from the inside out. This particular work, the shift from doing to being, from emptiness to wholeness, is something I go so much deeper on with the people inside my self-mastery community. It is where we do this together every single day. So if today opens something in you and you don't want it to just be another video you watched and forgot, come and do the real work with us. I'll leave the details below. I love you. Thank you for being here with me, and I will see you in the next one.